Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. It is episode 3. I do believe episode 3 of State of the Shart with me, Tim Naki, and my cohort here, Matthew Jordan of Shitpiss Mondays fame. I say maybe third because it's been some time since we filmed the most recent episode. We do apologise for that, but we are back now and we will hopefully be getting this studio on a very regular basis. Matthew Jordan, how the fuck are you, my friend? I say friend in a very vague term.
That's a loose term. That's a business associate friend, work friend. I'm okay, mate. I'm okay. You know, I'm a little bit under the weather at the moment. I feel a bit haggard. I probably look a bit haggard. I need a haircut. But
I was just going to say, you are looking significantly more grey than the last time I saw you. Am I correct in saying that we have? You told me some time ago that you wouldn't be available to record for a while, and that is because you've been tailing the Lord of the Rings musical worldwide, and you've just set foot back in New Zealand.
Well, that was the plan. Obviously, I don't know where the stories come from, but I'll run with it. That was the plan, but I've been trespassed from all things due to a mistake and something to do with a ring and some kind of Smeagol impersonation. I'm not sure what the case was there, but yeah, jerking off in public with a no.
Well, I mean,
getting my dick out
against the law
at the Lord of the Rings play was not the best course of action, but.
Show me the one ring, and Matty Jordan seen bent over.
One ring to rule them all.
Showing everyone the 50 states.
Yeah.
Disgraceful, really.
I would be surprised if you've even seen Lord of the Rings the movie, to be honest. You're too busy getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning, you fucking dork.
Well, we did have this discussion before the cameras started rolling. Matty only just becoming aware, as we record this, that Ozzy Osbourne sadly has passed away overnight. I mean, I've known for the last fucking 10 hours. But Matty, not the earliest of risers, it would appear, has turned up to the podcast studio and only just found out very recently. So RIP, of course, to Ozzy Osbourne, one of the greats of all time. Never, unfortunately, got to see Black Sabbath or Ozzy live, but boy, oh boy, do I love me some Crazy Train.
He's the fucking man. I've seen him 3 times, I think.
Really?
Yeah, 3 times.
You would have seen him, I imagine. Did they even play Big Day Out
Sabbath
back
twice.
in the day?
Nah. I did 3 shows, 2 Sabbath shows and 1 Aussie show. Two Sabbaths, 1 Aussie, and he was fucking epic. Like,
do you think he was propped up? Okay, I think for sure, and I'm pretty sure you will also agree, he must have been propped up on some pretty fucking heavy narcotics to get him through that performance just 17, 18 days ago, or whatever it was. Because he was actually, like, obviously they wheeled him out there, but he was actually in reasonable stead for someone with his condition. He must have been just fucking riding high on all sorts, right?
Well, I just don't even know.
In true Aussie fashion.
He couldn't talk, he couldn't walk or anything, obviously, which is well publicised. And I was like,
yeah,
fuck. But every time I've seen him, like, especially the last time, you know, he kind of shuffles out. And it's like, kind of like he looks like a fucking, like, folded an umbrella, like, shuffles out, and then just goes bang and just starts going for it. And then you can, like, he's, even like the last time when
his pipes were still fine. Like,
that's
what surprised me.
Yeah, and like, I think it's supposed to be a bit harder sitting down and singing, but yeah, he was always really good. And like, even, I mean, you remember back in the Osbourne show, which is some of the funniest fucking shit you'll ever see in your life, when he was like on painkillers and stuff. I think he might have had like some kind of accident. He definitely had a quad accident at one point, nearly fucking killed himself. Like, I think he broke his neck or back or some shit. And he was drugged up out of his eyeballs on prescriptions. And I think that whole show he was on that, and you were like, fuck, this cunt's going to die any fucking day. And he just kept going. He kept going.
There's a clip of him trying to, I think, fucking pour a glass of orange juice or something.
That's from the 80s. That's from the 80s, and he's just got out of the Betty Ford clinic. And
that's right.
And there's a whole thing because he got convinced to go to rehab because Sharon told him there was like a bartender or whatever. And like, one of his main things was alcoholism. And so he goes in there, he's like, where's the where's the bar, where's the bartender? And they're like, what the fuck are you talking about? This is rehab. There's nothing. And he's like, fuck, like, I've been duped. There's another story that he was getting so rat-faced all the time when they go places. it got to the point where Sharon locked him in his room, and obviously they clear everything in the room out, and she'd take his suitcase and strip him naked so he couldn't leave to get go out and get pissed. And
I feel like he'd still just leave.
Yeah, she came back to the room. She's like, "Where the fuck is he? He's gone." He's like, "What the fuck? Oh my god!" Going around trying to go in all the bars. She comes back to the hotel and she's like, "Have you seen Ozzy?" He's like, "Yeah, he's sitting in a dress at the bar, and he put one of Sharon's dresses on, and he sat down and just charging piss."
Oh, what a legend!
They even did like a DNA test on him to test like his DNA sequence or whatever, or his fucking genome, and because they were like, this cunt should be dead, and they found out he had like 21 mutated fucking things in him that they'd never seen before, and they were like, fucking hell, like this guy really, like he's a mutant
to be able to handle. He's like a predisposition to be able to handle piss and fucking drugs. Like no one else ever put on this earth.
yeah, basically he's just a mutant. I was like, yeah, that's the man. He's the fucking man. He's so funny.
If I was going to be in the fucking mutant academy, I wouldn't mind having an innate ability to handle copious amounts of fucking extracurriculars.
I'd hate to think.
Not a bad fucking one to have.
He did some nasty shit. I think he shat in a ice maker or something once at a hotel and fucking shat in a microwave and turned it on and let it explode. And
of course, famous or infamous for biting the head off a bat on stage. And you yourself, Maddie, are absolutely no stranger at all to putting less than forthcoming things into your fucking gob. What I mean, obviously no bats. What do you think is the worst? We haven't really talked about the SPM stuff at all in any of these podcast episodes so far, albeit this is episode 3. But what do you think throughout your SPM, or not even just SPM, before that or post that, is the worst thing you've had to fucking consume?
Well, probably
because I know mine.
Probably not the worst thing, but the scariest one. Probably the scariest one was that golf tee.
Oh yeah. For those of you who don't know, Maddie and I participated in a game of pub golf. Well, I don't know if the rules of pub golf are the same all the time. I think that sometimes it's how many vessels you consume at the pub as your par score. This particular round of pub golf we played, it was however many drinks or sips, if you will, it took you to get the drink down. That was your score. So you and I were going tit for tat, trying to hole in one every fucking hole.
Well, if you recall rightly, I didn't understand the rules. I just thought you needed to drink it to get for each drink you got a stroke, or whatever. So I didn't realize you needed to do it one sip. So I sipped the first one, and I was like 4 strokes in.
Chasing.
I was like, fuck. That's why the second one I went for that fucking Hail Mary, but I was trying to be a clever cunt because we had to wear golf clothes. Remember? Well, we're supposed to wear golf clothes.
I remember.
So I had I had the shorts on that I normally play golf in, and I had a little iron tee, and I thought it'd be funny to put it in my pint and then scull it and then have it between my teeth when I was done. And I was like, this will be a cool little party trick. And I was just thinking, I'll just feel it hit my teeth or something, and it just went boosh straight down. Didn't even just felt it hit the little punching bag like for a second, and I was like, oh fuck. And no one believed me. They're like, you didn't fucking.
Well, no, I believed you for sure because I pretty much saw it happen. Like the sheer panic on your face. I've never seen someone so fucking panicked. And then here's Maddie fucking googling what happens like if a tea tries to make its way through your esophagus or your intestines sideways. I mean, because it was a reasonable sized tea. Obviously not like we're not talking a long drive tea, but it was long enough to be a concern.
A right height yellow iron tee. Most people will know what that is if you play golf. But yeah, that it got. I was absolutely. I was thinking about pulling pin for like the next 3 holes or next 3 bars, and then I was like, "Fuck this! I'll just fucking go for it," and continue.
Did you ever shit that out?
Well,
did that even come out the other end?
It must have at some point because I remember going through and the doctor was like, you asked your missus, her mate or whatever. And she's like, well, if it's
her sister's a doctor,
in like 2, if it's not out in 2 days, then you'd know about it. And I wouldn't say I went sifting through the toilet bowl, but Yeah, there was a couple of days there where things were coming out of my body faster than they were going in because of. There's a couple of hard
It's not
days.
like we stopped. It's not like we stopped drinking after that either. So it's probably lucky that you were turning everything to liquids coming out the other end.
Jerry
for those few
Brownlee.
days.
Yeah, but yeah, that'd be.
That was. I think that's worse. Well, actually, I don't know. I don't think that's worse than mine would be the ghost pepper. Just
fuck that.
yeah. The problem was. I haven't actually ever talked to anyone like in interviews about this at all. Really, the problem with the ghost pepper was that I knew it was. So it was. I think it's like 1.5 or 1.6 million on the Scoville scale. It might even be a little bit more. A ghost pepper, a dried one is even more than a standard one. And because of the time of year here in Calgary, it was like fucking middle of winter or some shit. Could only get dried ghost peppers. So did that. The lady at the shop who sold them like laughed at me like I was a fucking just some sort of jovial fuckwit, thinking that I was gonna bite into a whole ghost pepper and consume it in one. She's like, oh, most people will be able to drag one of these ghost peppers out fucking weeks or whatever in curries, if not months.
God.
You're not gonna eat this in one. I was warned that the fucking heat of it was going to be pretty bad, and I got a bit of bad advice. I got some good advice, told that you have to have a full stomach when you do it, otherwise you're just going to fucking strip your stomach. So that was good advice. Whoever gave me that, cheers for that, you fucking legend, because that probably saved me. I got told, drizzle fucking a shot of sugar on you, or take a shot of sugar, that's meant to help you. But the burn was probably not instantaneous, maybe 45 seconds into a minute, it fucking burns. And then what fucking follows is just 2.5 hours of pure fucking agony. Your throat burns, just everything from your fucking tongue to your asshole is on fucking fire. That sucked. The heat finally subsided, and my stomach was like, I can only assume this is what fucking childbirth feels like. For any ladies out there who've gone through childbirth, just triple that, just triple that, and then you could almost imagine what I was going through with this ghost pepper, all right? I'm well and truly equipped for fucking childbirth now. I could probably pop out twins at a walk. But after 2.5 hours, I was in the bath trying to fucking relax myself. No good. Thought I was coming all right. Stood up out the bath and then just got fucking massive head spins. Projectile vomited everywhere. The fucking seeds come back up through my nose.
Oh, fuck.
And then I got a complete second lap of the burn for another 2.5 hours. That was rough. But it was like fucking my arsehole. It was like Satan himself had died and was trying to respawn where my fucking sphincter lies. For the next 36 hours, I couldn't trust a fart. I couldn't even sleep because I couldn't trust that I wouldn't shit myself during the 90 minutes. Or I was probably every 60 to 90 minutes had to shit for the next 36 hours straight. It just absolutely fucking ruined me internally.
Did you get
good?
Did you get delirious or kind of hallucination type shit?
That's what happened to me. That's what happened to me in the bath. I was like, my missus convinced me that I should go and take a bath. I don't know why. Maybe it's good for fucking period cramps or something. I don't fucking know. I was told I should go take a bath, and I actually genuinely sat in the bath, thought I was coming around, and then the second I stood up, I just got fucking massive head spins, went full dizzy, and then projectile vomited fucking everywhere. Oh, I tried to. My wife had cooked dinner, and it's I can't remember whatever it was. I just remember trying to eat maybe 6 hours later, trying to eat one little roasty, potato roasty, and just having one bite, and then just fucking straight back up. Just couldn't handle it. And people are gonna say you pussy, but I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. But people are gonna call me a pussy. Go out and fucking try and chew on one of these entire things yourself. And don't sit there and tell me, oh, you ate the world's hottest chip and all that bullshit, because it's not the fucking same.
Yeah.
Eat an entire ghost pepper, Carolina Reaper's even hotter again, but I think there's 2 peppers out there hotter than a ghost pepper. Maybe, I could be wrong, but just the shot of sugar, what I didn't realize was that you're supposed to take a teaspoon or a shot of sugar and drizzle it on your tongue, and it's meant to dissolve into your taste buds or something and help. I thought you were meant to just swallow a shot of sugar. That touched the back of my throat and fucking boom. It actually ended up all over the camera that was recording at the time. Oh, it's just fucking pain and agony.
I'll have to drag up the clips for this one.
Yeah.
The clips. And also, do you want to tell them what you forgot to record while you were recording this whole thing.
Oh my god, yeah, that's the worst thing. So I was doing all this because it was a punishment for losing on blackjack for the week. We did after this one. Let me tell you, this was the last one we did. After this punishment, I said, "Fuck this shit. I'm putting a fucking pin in this crap." I forgot to fucking record on the main device. And so, thank fuck, I had, our mate Bradley. Well, anyone who's watched my High Stakes Golf episodes, be rapid of those. He was there recording, and he had a mate with him as well. So they were getting a little bit of footage on their phones. Thank fuck, because I completely forgot to record with audio. Wasn't it Tickman Rob, I believe?
Oh, that's right. I remember that.
I forgot to record with audio on the computer, like the actual main device we were using for it. So we had to just fucking scrape together little bits and pieces that we had, and thank God it worked out all right. Because if I did all that and we didn't even have a piece of fucking content out of it, I would have been off the balcony.
That's even funnier for me, to be honest. If you got it was all for naught. Was
If
there
I
any
did
moment where Deirdre was going like, look at the fucking stat of you are the dumbest cunt and I've married you type thing, or what was her opinion on the matter? Well, she thought it funny.
She's more of a. I guess there's type A, type B people. So there was 3 or 4 of us there total. The other 3, they found it fucking hilarious for a time. I think probably. I mean, she went to bed, everything, got to sleep. But I think 12 hours later when she come out, and I was still like going between writhing on the couch and fucking shitting out stomach bile. At that point, I think she was a little bit concerned about, oh, fuck, you might have to go to the hospital. But I mean, shout out to the legend who told me not to do it on an empty stomach, because that, I think... when I was like doing my research, there was plenty of cases of people who did go to hospital, go to the emergency room for it. I don't actually know what the fuck they do for it. Just call you a dumb cunt, fucking slap you on the ass and send you on your way.
Fucking put you on an IV of milk.
just fucking like a reverse stomach pumping and just pump something into my stomach to line the fucking thing again. I don't know. But yeah, she was like everyone else. I even thought it was. I could see the comedy in it for a while. It was just like. Especially a full 24 hours later, when you still can't go 90 minutes without fucking... It was like rum bum on steroids. Oh, no, not even comparable, actually. Just...
I've done it once on a smaller chili, and I wouldn't compare it to anything other than
just
fucking
not fun.
The dumbest. Like, instant regret. Like,
yes.
You think, oh, that's quite hot, and then it just... You're like, it's overtaking everything, and it's getting hotter... And there's nothing you can do, like you're fucking pouring milk all over your face, like some kind of fucking porno or something.
Well, in the video, and this is actually, it'll be a great clip to use to push this episode of the podcast, the full reel that we made out of it. But there's a period of time, because I read the back of it, and it says it's like got hints of cherry and all this bullshit, whatever. And I remember I read it and I go, oh yeah, whatever, sounds delicious. Take a bite and then like say, ooh, I think I'm picking up hints of cherry or rosemary or something, and then I do say it about the 30-second mark. It's not really that bad, and 10 seconds later, it just goes fucking whoop, and just hits you like a fucking brick wall. Oh fuck! We should actually do it. I tell you what, from this episode, we should not you or I. We should challenge someone out there to do it. I would honestly be happy for us as a podcast to offer up $1,000 to someone to eat a ghost pepper in its entirety.
Providing we don't get taken to court.
Well, they can, I don't know, sign a waiver or whatever. But I just think it would be so fucking... I, for my benefit, I would like to see someone on the other end of it. We'll probably get some tough cunt who fucking, I don't know, some bloody Mexican who loves 2 million on the Scoville scale who won't even register it as pain. But I think it would be fantastic. I'm sure there'd be no shortage of takers for like $1,000.
Well,
I would personally stake $1,000 on one of our listeners, the handful of them out there, one of the 3 of them, our mums,
Mum,
to
Dad,
eat
and
a
Rob.
fucking ghost pepper. To eat a ghost pepper, but as we've got to be able to film it. I would love to know what. Did you ever
partake in pizza roulette with Hell Pizza when that was around? Did you?
I didn't mind that too much. Like, really? It's hot, but
I fucked someone up with that badly. I fucked up my flatmate with that. I was sitting at home by myself, And I was like, oh, let's fucking see how bad this is. Ordered a pizza roulette. You have to sign the waiver when they deliver it. For people who don't know what pizza roulette is, they make one pizza. They put ghost peppers into the base of it, or into the sauce into the base. But you don't know which piece it is. So, you got eight pieces, pizza roulette. Pretty simple concept. So anyway, you got to sign a waiver when they bring it to you, and it's like in a tearaway thing on the pizza box. So I get into it, and I'm gradually easing my way into each piece, waiting for it to kick me in the face. And then my flatmate comes home, and this is one of those guys that, he'll take your last beer and not buy beers. He'll you'll hook into your dinner, like he'll never contribute to anything. So I knew he's coming in and he's going to be fucking eyeballing this Lust Deluxe, going, yes, sirree, Bob. I've been at the pub on Sunday. I'll have a piece of that. So I had one little part had fallen off the edge of one piece, and I put it in my mouth, and I was like, oh, that definitely had a kick. There's something there. And so I'm sitting there, and he goes, oh, within about fucking 30 seconds I'm sitting down, oh, can I have a piece? And I was like, yeah. Angled the whole box, and it was the biggest piece too. Angled the whole box to him, and he's like, yank, gets into it, and he goes, oh, this has got a bit of a kick to it. And he gets like about 2/3 of the way through it, and he's like, oh, what the fuck? He's like, what the fuck's wrong with this? What the fuck's wrong with this? And he gets up, and he's like fucking going to the sink, and he's like carrying on, like trying to dry red shit out. And then he's like, fuck, that's so fucking hot. What the fuck? And then he decides, I don't know why, to investigate the remainder of what's left. Yeah. So he's like, why is it so hot? What's in here? And he pulls all the toppings off and gets all his fingers on all the sauce.
Oh, no.
And he's like, what the fuck? And he's like, oh, fuck this. I'm going to hop in the shower. So he goes into the shower, and then he comes out about 5 minutes later, and he's like, fuck. And he's washed his face with his hands, and he's washed his cock and balls. his cock and balls. No. And all of his nose was all red, like all the pores were all fired up. And he'd washed his cock and balls with his fucking sauce, his pizza sauce.
Geez, you wouldn't want to pull the hood back and get it under the urethra, would you? That's just fucking.
Oh my god, he was in the hood, all right. But yeah, I was like, I cannot believe how well this has worked. I've offered him a piece of pizza at random,
and he's taken it.
And he's ripped it into his cock and his face. Like, you could not have hoped for that to go any better than it did. And I just sat there, I was like, this is just amazing, like just amazing work. And then he went back and investigated the pizza again, which of course got his hands on fire yet again.
Did he? Because what do they use? Was it Carolina Reaper or something? Right? It was very
ghost. It was a ghost.
Hot ones,
it was a ghost.
Ghost in it. Was it ghost as well?
I don't know. It was either Carolina or ghost, but pretty fucking hot. But like not probably consistent. Like I've had it a few times, and sometimes it's been like, oh, that's not too bad, and other times it's like, you fucked my entire day up. You fucked my meal up.
Yeah.
I hate you. And I paid you to do it.
I only did it once, and I consumed the entire pizza, so I know I got the piece. And it was very, very hot. But like you say, I feel like the way they create or craft that pizza, it's probably hit and miss. Like, I could order it today and then get it tomorrow and get very different fucking temperatures from that extra slice. Funny you say that, because when the packet of ghost peppers we had, and the lady at the store, like, explicit instructions, like, you're supposed to wear gloves when handling these whole ghost peppers.
Yeah.
They even say to wear fucking safety glasses if you can while cutting them up and all that stuff. So when I did it, I had fucking swim goggles on and a pair of rubber gloves. I looked like a full-blown fucking gimp. Full spastic. Full window licker. But I mean, fucking thank God, because I mean, of all the pain I went through, it never went up my urethra, so your mate's got one on me there.
Not for lack of trying, though. It reminds me, a mate of mine ended up in the hospital making jalapeno poppers, actually. He was stuffing the jalapeno poppers, and he ended up having to go to the hospital because his hands were on fire, and he came out, no word of a lie, I'll try and get a picture, he had all of his fingers in bandages like this, like a fucking tool bag, and he's like, he got the pictures, he was like this, like fucking Ricky Bobby. You know?
What do I do with my hands?
And I'm like, what the fuck? And he goes, I was making jalapeno poppers for Christmas, and I fucking end up going to A&E. I was like, you fucking pathetic.
That's like one of those ones that ends up on.
That hot.
I know that's one of those ridiculous ones where ACC in New Zealand, ACC, of course, accident compensation insurance company, essentially. They release every year a list of like the stupidest injuries, and that bloke's absolutely making it on.
I'm going to message him right now.
Yeah, fuck. That is so good. Oh, that's good. What I want to do next with you, Matty, is play a little bit of a blind ranking game with Matty Jordan. Now, we don't have our blind ranking.
Sorry. Okay.
I'm not quite sure what you heard there, but a blind ranking game. We don't have our normal cinematic journey today with you. We're not playing Explain a Pop Boily. We're playing blind ranking with Matty Jordan, and today I'm going to have you blind ranking motivational figures, and that is to you, 1 being the most motivational, and 5 being the least motivational. You don't know what comes next.
I know what's coming.
And these. No, you don't know what's coming.
I do.
And these are just all
You're say
personally...
fucking Hitler at the end or something.
No,
hoping I fucking have to put him in 1.
All right, number one.
Okay,
Adolf,
go ahead.
Number one, Adolf Hitler. No. Okay. It's not. I've got a genuine one here because I've tried tripping you up in the past with the Explain a Plot Poorly, and it hasn't worked out for me. So here we go.
Inspiration.
Blind ranking. Matty J's top motivational figures. Number 1.
Motivational.
Donald Trump.
Oh Jesus, that's a tough one.
You've got to put him somewhere. Yeah,
I know, but like he's not. It's not. Motivational, inspirational. What do you want to? What are you saying here? Motivational.
Well, let's go inspirational. Let's go inspirational.
Probably a bit easier. For
inspirational to use probably better. Sorry, motivational not the right term because Donald Trump obviously is very motivational.
I'll probably put him at 4.
DJ Trump. Trump. Okay, yeah.
I find him the funniest human beings on earth. Hilarious. It's just a shame he's in charge of the free world. He's a fucking raving fucking lunatic.
He's a lunatic.
You know, I don't. As they take away the politics side, just him like what shit he says is so fucking funny all the time.
He says some funny shit. Yeah.
He should not be. It's like. Yeah, he
shouldn't
be in the role he's in.
He's got great comedic timing, I reckon. Unintentionally. Well, probably is intentional.
It'd be great if he hosted like a political show that he brought actual politicians on and he wasn't in charge of anything. Because he could just be a fuckwit to them. But like, he's not a great guy.
Okay, so I'm just going to bring us to one more time. So today
I'm only putting him at 4 because I reckon you're going to have something fucking horrendous. Like Idi Amin or fucking someone like
I'm just gonna circle back. I'm gonna bring it back and I'm saying today we're doing blind ranking with Matty Jordan, his top inspirational figures to him personally. We've started with Donald Trump, and you've put him where, Matty?
At 4.
Okay, DJ Trump goes 4. 4th most inspirational figure. Okay, interesting. Next up,
fuck, it's blind. I don't know.
That's fine.
Last time you fucked me because you fucking no. Just go on. Just give me the fucking.
I'm not going to do that.
Just give it to me.
Next up is Mahatma Gandhi. Of course.
Fucking hell.
You know, we're talking. We're going way back here. There may even be followers, viewers who don't even know who Mahatma Gandhi is.
Didn't eat a lot. Didn't get on the purse.
He's kind of like 3. He's basically.
He's not inspirational. Yeah.
He's basically anti-Matt Jordan.
Yeah.
So Mahatma Gandhi goes 3 ahead of Donald Trump. Interesting. Okay, next cab off the rank, Jacinda Ardern.
Oh, fuck. You are a cunt.
What?
Put her at 5,
mate.
Put her at 5. Just put her at 5.
You're putting her at 5.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't give a fuck.
You're putting her at 5.
It's like here comes Hitler, Idi Amin, Mussolini. Who?
The next
Joseph
one.
Stalin.
No. I'm genuinely doing this. I've got a random name generator. I fucking swear to you. The next one here is Jake Paul.
2.
He's going 2, and that means you've only got 1 left. And number 1 for you, that means is Joseph Fritzl.
I fucking
You fucking piece of shit, man.
Just
You fucking piece of shit. You absolute piece of shit.
Just a guy
That
with
is,
a
you heard it
spade
here
and a dream.
first. You heard it here first. Matthew Jordan, his number one inspirational figure historically, Joseph Fritzl.
Only
Of
for his
course-
architecture.
Of course, in a fierce battle for worst Austrian of all time, and we thought that the battle was over post 1940s, but boy oh boy did Joseph Fritzl stake his
fucking cunt.
big claim late in the piece there, and now we have it on good authority that he is Matty Jordan's favourite inspirational figure of all time, and that's all we've got for the podcast today, ladies and gentlemen. Matty Jordan, big Joseph Fritzl fan. Thanks for tuning in to episode 3 of
Girl
State of
locked
the
in
Shart.
cellar for 24 years. Oh man, we knew anyone
Oh,
could put up with a
shit.
chick inside a confined space for 24 years. Don't take my hat off to him.
The patience. Well, I tell you what, the patience of the Dalai Lama. It would have been interesting if the Dalai Lama came up instead. I mean, controversial, some would say, as a Kiwi, to have Joseph Fritzl ahead of Jacinda Ardern as inspirational figures.
Blind
But anyway,
ranking
that's
too.
the way it's fallen.
Worst yet is like Jacinda Ardern would probably be near the top now. I've seen the other two options, you know. So, and Gandhi would probably be at 1 and Jacinda would be at 2, and then the rest can, you know. You got me the old switcheroo on the Austrians, you know. Bit of misdirection.
Shit.
I was thinking Hitler. I should have thought, you know, closer to home. You know, bit of
Well,
a
I
Russian
knew
doll
that-
situation
I-
going on in his basement.
I knew that you would assume I would have Adolf Hitler, so I couldn't have him in there at all. Believe me, I wanted him to be there. But anyway, that is our first attempt at blind ranking with
Fucking
Matty
hate
J.
blind
There may
ranking.
not be a second one. There may not be an episode for the podcast after people find out that his favourite inspirational figure of all time is Joseph Fritzl.
Google.
But anyway,
Quickly
Oh.
Google who he is. I'm going, oh, this is
Yeah.
horrific. This is the most horrific thing I've ever read. A human being did this
yeah.
to another human being that he was blood relative to. Horrible.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for that. Made me look like an absolute jerk.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's pretty hard. Sorry, it's not very hard to do so. What I want to take you to from next year, Matty, is, I mean, off that absolute bombshell, we move to something a little bit more friendly and a little bit easier to relate to. For our viewers, it's not Austrian related, but more sports related here. What I was trying to say is it's impossible to segue from Matty J naming his number one inspirational figure as a pretty jarring figure historically.
Jar Squad.
I want to push us now down the garden path, brighter lights, the Warriors. This is the NRL Warriors, obviously. Depending on where you're watching in the world, you may think the Warriors are an NBA team. No. The NRL, the Auckland Warriors. Matty J has his Auckland Warriors
Yeah.
jumper on today as we record. 7 games to go. They
Yep.
sit currently 4th.
By 4
pretty sure
points
they're
too. Yeah,
Yes,
we're
with a little bit of a Bruce Buffer, if you will. 7 to go. Where do they finish at the end of the regular season, Matty? What are your predictions going into the playoffs? I mean, first and foremost, are they going to make the playoffs? I feel like I don't want to put the crow
it's
on.
impossible.
They've
Pretty
got
much
the
it's
Titans
impossible
twice
not to.
and the Eels. They've got the Titans twice and the Eels. They've got
Yeah. Like it's a, traditionally before there was more teams, I think you needed around 30, 32 points. We're ahead of that. I would be pretty amazed if we, shat the bed from here. But I think we should end 4th.
Yes.
We should really. I think Tanner Boyd had a pretty rough go of it last game, but we got the 2 points, which you'll take that any day of the week. We've got quite a few home games. I think the next 2 games are home games.
Titans and
Bulldogs, I
Dolphins
think we're
both at
playing
home.
I think Dragons are playing at home, and we're playing Eels at home, and we've got Seagulls away, maybe Doggies away.
It's kind of a shit end of the season
the top
for the
teams
Warriors
at
because
home
they go
game, yeah.
they go
I was
they go
right.
2 at home. They go 2 at home, and then I think that's like away home, away to finish. They're like bouncing back and forth across the Tasman. No favors. It's rigged. It's rigged.
Dolphins, Doggies
believe it.
are the Dolphins, Doggies are the 2 games I think are going to be the toughest. Even though actually Seagulls really put a good performance in against Melbourne.
I think the Dragons, if we weren't injured, if the Warriors weren't injured, you'd obviously have a lot more confidence, and you'd say we could be finishing even a spot higher. But I don't think the Dragons will necessarily be an easy beat either.
No, like any of those teams, we could lose.
No easy beats, but
we could lose. It's NRL. Fuck, it's fucked. It's the most fucked. Like, probably not as fucked as baseball. Like the worst team can beat the best team at any time. But in NRL, crazy shit happens all the time. That's why it's so hard to fucking punt on it. But I think we're consistent. Completion rate's a lot better than it has been over a long time. I think we've got the most exciting thing. Everyone kind of went a bit doom and gloom about Metcalf like going out injured for the rest of the season.
Yep.
But you see all these young guys coming in. I mean, obviously
just so hungry for it, eh?
Lecker and everything. But like all of our feeder teams are all fucking like absolutely like killing it more or less. It's like, they won't go down, but we might get to see someone else we haven't seen, someone might come through the ranks. You're like, fuck, and then you just be like, holy shit, this guy could be the future. I mean, fuck. I mean, there's been a couple of players we could fucking rattle off, 5 probably players that have just, Lecker being probably the main one, but fuck.
Yes.
You look at that shit.
Well, I mean, like it's
holy
just
fuck.
full on. Just the whole pressure builds diamonds thing. Like you give a young, hungry fella the opportunity, and fuck, they just grab it with both hands and fucking rip and tear, right? But like realistically here, and I mean, there's still a lot of season to go here yet before playoffs probably even need murmuring. Although we are, we're getting towards the point in the season. But realistically, how deep can you see the Warriors going with this roster? And obviously the unfortunate injuries. But how far can you see them going? Because they're probably going to get it's going to be the Broncos or the Panthers in round 1.
Yeah, I'd rather be playing. Well, fuck. I don't know. Now we've got a bit of finals experience from the year before last. And we've got, Fisher Harrison there who's been done it all and all that stuff. It's hard to say, but I think we're probably better prepared, and they've probably got better expectations, and they seem a lot cooler head than usual. I think we can have a good crack at it. And you've just disappeared. Oh no, there you are again. I don't know. I certainly wouldn't. I think most clubs would see us as in postseason as a team that could fucking
as a threat,
as a very credible, very credible threat. I don't think everyone's talking about Bulldogs and things like that, and I think in the last couple of weeks, in particular with all the unrest, I think people know that the Bulldogs probably aren't quite there yet for they could go out in straight sets and postseason. You don't know, but it's a different animal though. Hey, once they get into finals,
finals footy,
we could turn to fucking custard, or I mean, the only thing we know is that Storm won't turn to custard, Panthers probably won't. But
Panthers
because they've got the pedigree now.
The Panthers are just going to be peaking right at the right time.
It's a fucking nightmare. But those two clubs have the pedigree. Like Panthers had to learn it. They got they've come through and they've fucking four-peated, and Storm are always there or thereabouts. I think Canberra are definitely probably the real deal. I mean, they are fucking storming. They should have faltered by now if they weren't gonna fucking go the whole hog. They are fucking. They are charging, and they're loving. You can see how much they all get along, and they love Ricky. I love Ricky too. I love Ricky Stewart. He's the fucking man.
He's a weapon,
He's the fucking man. He always backs his team. Like, he always back any one of his players. Like, fuck you. Don't fucking give my guys a hard time. He'll fucking have a go. People give him shit because he, whinges about the refs and all that shit. But I fucking like it. I think he's fucking entertaining. But yeah, I can't see them not winning the minor premiership, really. I'm pretty sure.
Raiders? Yeah.
Yeah, Raiders.
Because they've still got a bye too, don't they?
Yeah, they didn't get a bye until a couple of weeks ago as well. Like they went for fucking ages without having a bye. So yeah, they've got this. Raiders always have this. Especially this year, I think, because the pundits all said, "Well, fuck, they're nowhere," and I think they really got their backs up about that, and they go, "Fuck."
Get a real chip on their shoulder.
Like fuck, you fucking doubted us. We'll fucking make you pay for it. So,
do you think not historically, but like in the last decade, 2 decades, they've just been consistently underrated?
Well, they got to a grand final maybe 4 or 5 years ago, and then there was a big controversy with a 6 again type thing, which they ended up losing. They were awesome that year, and then they pretty much had the same squad the next year, and they just weren't there. They weren't the same. I think
that was like us last year, though. That was like the Warriors last year.
Yeah, but like I remember Sean Johnson saying something once that in his first year or whatever, he's going to grand final, and he was like, I didn't realize how much hard work and how much things have to go right for you to get all the way to the grand final, because it's a long season, and for teams to go like look at the Panthers, who have been multiple years in a row and won it. You're like, fucking hell, like no wonder they faltered at the start of the season. Like they're just foot to the floor for fucking 4 years straight, or 5 years in the final. So
I often wonder that, like they always say up here, like with Stanley Cup finals in particular, and I guess it's the same for NBA and World Series, but the regular season ends, and when the playoffs begin, it's just a whole new season starting.
Yeah, clean slate.
Like it's just a clean slate, and it's true. I don't know what's tougher. Like say the Stanley Cup finals, you've got to win 4 best of 7 series. So you've got to win 16 games, 16 more games when the postseason starts, and it could go as deep as 28 theoretically. Although to go 4 7-game series in a row is tough. I don't know what I think's tougher, whether like that, but you can falter in those conditions. Whereas, say like your NRL or your Rugby World Cup finals or that sort of stuff, you're one and done. Like you just cannot falter. So I think what you're saying is definitely right. I mean, you just have to have so much go correct to go the distance, because you've obviously got to be out. You've got to be very good. Your opponents obviously are very good. They're in the playoffs. And there's just so many little things, like the little battles within the wider battle, that have to go right to take it all the way. I think that makes it harder. I guess. Well, I don't know.
Well, if you're in top 4, the one thing with top 4 is that you do get a second life in finals. So if you lose, you have to play the winner of the bottom 4. The bottom 8 for crossover, whoever wins that. But if you're in the bottom, it's out. But to finish top 4 and go out in straight sets is the ultimate, like, fuck. That's such a fucking, that's a kick in the pants. But there's so many, there's so much interpretation with rules and everything these days. Like there's so much talk about just the last round alone, like the bunker in the last round, and it's like, fuck, we'll just wake up in cold sweats, like hoping that if we fucking lose in finals, we're not talking about the fucking ref. I fucking hope that's not. I don't give a fuck. Like, if we lose, we lose. I can handle that. But if we fucking lose, I'm not going to turn around and moan about the refs either. If you want to take the refs out of the equation, you just score more points. But, when it's something that's just like really fucking bad. Did you watch the game on the weekend or nah?
I only highlights after. It was
every single game there was a bunker call in every game of this round. I reckon that was like, what the fuck? And I one like Wade Egan, like he was on his back and he reached over, put the ball down, and they you like promoted the football or whatever. And then in the next try, one of the Tigers players, he was on the ground, but his he was lying on his stomach with a player on top of him, and the ball carrying arm wasn't on the ground, and he threw it up off the ground, and Dane Gagai caught it and scored it, and they awarded it. Yeah. And then it went upstairs. Oh, the other one didn't go upstairs until they'd lost their review, and the Tigers were talking, and then they end up going to
sending it anyway,
to bunker, and then this one went to bunker, and bunker was like, "Nah, tackle's not complete," and it's like that's the same circumstances as Wade Egan. Like his ball carrying arm wasn't on the ground either, and he just reached back behind his head and put the ball. I'm like, I didn't think. I would be happy with either of them not being given a try, or both of them being given a try.
Both, one, like
but both, like I'm like, fuck, that was literally the last the last play was like different circumstances, but similar rule. Like completed tackle, non-completed tackle. But I mean, when they gave it, you could see Dane Gagai was walking away from the try line from where the ref was, and he goes like this. He's like,
can't believe it.
Fuck,
Yeah.
they gave it. They gave it. And I was like, fuck me. But obviously the ending of it was an absolute screamer with Tanner Boyd fucking botched multiple drop goal attempts and a kick that was more or less in front but far back, maybe from the past the 2022. But
you got to be a little closer on those ones. Jeez, it wasn't even a sweat really. Was it?
Two pointers aren't like anyone's fucking cup of tea in league, but yeah, he obviously fucked that up. And then the drop goal at the end attempt with like 11 seconds on the clock, charge down, and I think any team would say if they're playing the Warriors, like the last person they want to get the ball is fucking probably Lecker, and he gets the ball. I've rewatched it like 50 times, like
just fucking pins the ears,
yeah. And then he's got them hanging off him, and he just slides over the try line. I was like, holy shit,
that is very good. So Warriors play the Titans at home this weekend. You'd say if you're a betting man, and you are a betting man, if you had to take a punt, gun to the head, Warriors 13 plus.
Yeah, they're a club in crisis. Des Hasler's on the Des Hasler's all but gone. He had obviously that changing room blow up after their defeat, which was like they shouldn't have lost that game that they lost the week just been.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, it's always been a bit of a. I feel bad, like especially Tigers and Titans in particular. Like I know what it's like to support a team when like it's not that I'm angry would ever been angry at the Warriors, but you're supporting a team and you can't see the light, and you're like fuck, like I don't know when this is going to turn around, but you just keep turning up, and I don't fucking moan about them, but that's because that's your team. There's no other team. That's your team. It makes the victory sweeter. But for them, it's just been they've been basement dwellers for fucking ages, bro. Like, I mean, Titans are worse than Tigers because Tigers have actually won a premiership. Albeit a long time ago. I mean, we haven't won a premiership, but Tigers and Titans haven't been in postseason for fucking ages. I think Titans have made postseason once.
I wonder what they're currently at, their dry spells out, because you said that and I was thinking, because I think it's the New York Jets are on a 15-year hiatus from the playoffs.
Hiatus.
Playoffs.
That's a good way of putting it. It makes them seem like they've made the decision.
You make it sound like it's
trying to cut back on it. I'm trying to cut
choice.
Back on. Yeah, no, like we've got a holiday to get
I need a break. I need a break from playoffs.
Yeah.
The ground crew need a bit of a break from fucking tidying up their postseason.
Yeah.
So I know they're 15 years. I can't think of any other teams I know of that are longer from making a playoff run, like making it to playoffs in any professional sports.
Okay, so they made finals in 09 and 10.
Oh fuck! So they've been 15 as well. Oh well. 14 to last year. 15 because they're not making it this year. Fucking hell, that is max pain.
And I think that's gotta be. I think Tigers is maybe 10. I think Tigers is about 10, maybe.
Longest playoff droughts.
The worst thing about the Tigers, I reckon, is that there are like superstars throughout the NRL that are Tiger juniors, and they've just been pilfered the whole fucking time. And so, like there's a big coup fucking ages ago with what they called the Big Four. It was like Luke Brooks, Aaron Woods, Mitchell Moses, and James Tedesco. And then like Tedesco, Woods, and Moses all left simultaneously, pretty much. And so they paid Luke Brooks like overs to stay because they didn't want to lose the fourth one, which wasn't a good move. But they needed their playmaker, which didn't help them. But I feel for their fans. You don't want to see the same shit every year. I mean, it's cool seeing dynasties and stuff, but having the same teams getting fucking thumped every year, it's like fuck.
Yeah, on the other end of the spectrum, I see, because it's really good. I see since they changed the NBA commissioner, there's been, I think, 8 different NBA champions. I think it's been 8 different ones in 8 years.
Yeah, I was talking about
and prior to that, there'd only been like
Loco.
3 or 4 champions in like 25 or 30 years.
Yeah. Yeah, I was talking about this maybe with Loco or someone else. I can't remember because I was like, I saw an article saying that's a bad thing, like that. There's been a change all the time.
No, it's
and
great.
I was like, what the fuck does that mean? How's that bad? That means that everyone's invested from all the franchises because it's it's changing so frequently, and it's you're not just
you get small market clubs winning fucking championships.
Yeah.
Like OKC's definitely like a smaller market. Milwaukee's like a smaller market. It's not just the fucking Lakers and Celtics cleaning up every fucking year.
Denver?
Like, there's some fucking diversity. It's great. It's so good for sports when that shit's happening. But like you say, when there's just the same teams consistently shit at the bottom, you've got to applaud the fans who stay in there. Fucking, it's funny. I was just looking at going to college football games yesterday. And I got deep into a rabbit hole, and this isn't really going anywhere in particular, but there's a team, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, in Lincoln, Nebraska, and they play in. Let me find out for you right now. They haven't won anything decent in a long time, but they have sold out their stadium of about 85 or 90,000 people every single home game since 1962 through fucking thick and thin. Isn't that fucked? That people
Jesus
no matter how dog shit a team can be, they're in the Big Ten conference. So they actually, I think they're playing the likes of Ohio State and Michigan and the likes. So they're never going to fuck. They're never going to win.
Jesus.
Isn't that fucked?
Is that a geographical thing or a ranking thing that they have to play in that pool? Do you know?
I don't know how it all works because I just saw... the conferences are all kind of weird. The SEC certainly is like based on location or geographic. And then a lot of the other ones are kind of weird. Like there's the Atlantic Conference. Obviously, they're all on the Atlantic side. And then there's the Pac-12, is it? Pac-10, Pac-12. Obviously, all more on the Pacific side. But then some of them are just fucking... I don't actually know how they work. But that Big Ten...
Yeah, that's like fucking ridiculous.
But isn't that so Yeah, I would... One of the main game I want to go to, this was what I was looking at. I want to go to Michigan versus Ohio at the Big House. And Michigan, 110,000 there.
What does a ticket like that set you back?
I haven't actually looked at it, but it's going to be
That'd be fucking
USD
crazy shit. That'd be crazy.
But it would just be
what are the Michigan? The Wolverines or something?
The Wolverines, the Michigan Wolverines, they take it, the Ohio Buckeyes, the number one rivalry in college football, would be an elite one to go to. It's going to be at Michigan, though, at the Big House. But yeah, it's funny you say about with supporting average teams, because it just blew my mind. A team can have very little success and still, I'm probably talking out of turn, there probably was a time where they, were consistently good-ish, maybe not winning, but, having winning seasons. But not a sellout for, what is that, 63 years. That's absolutely fucking insane.
Good place if you're like a footballer that can't get into one of those, someone like Michigan or Ohio, and you end up there.
Oh, yeah.
And then getting to play against them, you're going to be in the eye. So
yeah, exactly.
It's probably a good team to be in.
I think Josh Allen went to one of those random fucking smaller schools. Still D1, I believe, but
slightly off, on topic, but slightly different. Carry on.
Go for it. No, I was just saying Josh Allen. He was University of Wyoming, which is just even fucking more fucking remote, more bumfuck nowhere.
Bumfuck nowhere. I saw this thing the other day about a guy who'd come up with like a new scheme to prevent like teams sandbagging results after being like pretty much, they've got no chance at playoff to make playoff contention. Like what happens? They've all got draft lotteries and stuff like that.
Yep.
And once a team is out of contention for finals, they sandbag and lose games they
to win the lottery. Yeah.
And so what happens with that is it drives down numbers for people to go see the games because they're tanking on purpose, and there's there's no incentive for the fans to turn up and watch when they're just going to throw every game and throw in their second or third string. So this guy devised a system where once you're out of contention, you go into a new point system where you're rewarded 3 points for a win.
For the lottery.
Yeah, for the lottery, so that you actually still have to keep winning to get your lottery picks, and so the best you do outside of it, once you're out of contention, also gives you a leg up to get more or go more entries into the lottery or whatever. But people are like,
that's why relegation's so good.
Yeah, this team's going to be, this is going to. These guys are going to get knocked out way later than the other guys. It's like, yeah, well, if those guys got knocked out fucking 6 weeks ago, they should have more chances to get more points to get the fucking lottery picks. That's the fucking whole point of the system.
That's shitter. Yeah.
You fucking ass. It's like, oh, we missed out on the top 8 just by this much. We should get fucking lottery. Not really. You're still, a
That's
successful
fucking
team.
my team. The fucking Calgary Flames, historically fucking middle dwellers. 17th, 18th, every fucking year. It's going to be the same fucking next year as well. They're going to be fucking one outside the 8 in the Western Conference again. No playoffs. I'll have been up here for 3 full seasons, not seen playoffs by the end of this next year. Still, it's an absolute fucking travesty. God.
Is it a
travesty? This will be my 4th.
Or...
I'm about to see it'll be my 4th actual season, sorry. Oh my God.
You still went to the Stanley Cup final, or one of the games at least.
Which is fucking sacrilegious of me to go as a Flames fan up to an Edmonton Oilers game, but I'm just not. I wanted to see Stanley Cup.
Were you wearing Oilers gear though?
No, I wore my Warriors jumper. I couldn't. I just.
Oh no, that's all good then.
Oilers gear. Yeah, I just love hockey.
Kern and I bought a ticket to the grand final, NRL grand final.
This year?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the Warriors will be there, mate.
Well, they might be, they might not, but fuck, I'm still going. Same for the first year we went to the NRL in Vegas.
Yeah.
Fuck, Warriors weren't there. Fuck, there's no shame in going.
There's nothing,
Warriors gear.
Nothing like a cheeky punt on a team that you don't follow to really boost your fucking interest in a game.
That's the story of my life. I'm going to go to I want to go to NRL again in Vegas if you're down.
Yeah, I'll see you there.
No, fucking Kern doesn't want to go. He's like, well, what? We're not going. I was like, who cares?
You just go for go and have a trip. For the environment, for the love of the game. It doesn't have to be your team.
I can spend another 4 or 3 games telling Loco how the game works.
Yeah, fucking hell.
He's like, after the first year, he's like, I don't mind this. This is quite cool. It's real good. I'm going to kind of follow it. And then 12 months later, how does this work again? Fucking hell, yeah.
I mean, it's the right sport to try and grow there because the whole 6 tackles v 4 downs type thing. It does work.
Yeah, absolutely.
An absolute pleasure as always, Matthew Jordan. We will be back next week for episode 4 of State of the Shart. You can follow us at all the usual pipes. Instagram. Do we have a Facebook yet? Probably not. We'll have them up and running soon. But you can find us at all the usual pipes. You can find the podcast at all reputable sources. Spotify, Apple, etc., etc. Cheers as always. I am Tim Naki. He is Matthew Jordan. See you all in a stiffy.
R.I.P. Aussie.
R.I.P. Aussie.